What's up, guys? Welcome to part 2, the exam. Number 1, I don't know where this comes from, but I've been asked several times last semester, so far none this semester. The question is, do you drop one of your exams? No, I do not. I do not drop any of my exams. All 4 exams and the final exam counts. So if you got a 0, you got a 0. You got some grades to make up. However, if you happen to have missed an exam, so like let's say exam 1, you've been in the hospital for the whole week and you couldn't take the exam. You didn't contact me. It's fine. You missed the exam. So what will happen with that is that it'll be 0 for now, and then your final exam will replace this grade. But it only replaces 1 exam. So hopefully not every single exam week you'll be in the hospital, or your 23rd grandma passed away, or any of that, okay? So let's hope that's the case, that if you were to miss 1 exam, you're safe, okay? So for some of you guys who missed exam 1, you're still good to go, okay? For the ones that scored a 0, on your exam 1, some of you guys can still contact me and talk about that part, but some of you guys that actually scored a 0, well, you got a 0 and it stays and it counts. And no, you cannot call me up or message me and say, hey, can we just pretend that I didn't take that exam? That's not gonna happen either, okay? So, no drop exam. Final exam only replaces an exam that you did not take, okay? Not the lowest grade, an exam that you did not take, all right? So next thing, typically on the first day of class, I talk about this because typically in the first day of class, majority of my class are 18 to 22-year-olds that think that they're adults. They're like, woohoo, we're in college. I don't have to listen to my parents anymore. I am an adult. Heck, I've coached 14-year-olds that think they're adults. So I'm going to treat you like adults. And being an adult means that you have to make choices every day. And making those choices every day, actually being a human being, you got to make choices every day. And some of those choices come with positive consequences and sometimes negative consequences. It's all up to you, okay? So when I talk about being an adult, I'm talking about being responsible, okay? For me, not to follow the proctoral rules would be irresponsible, okay? So think of it that way, all right? So what do I mean by being an adult? Number 1, make sure that everything works. Make sure that your calculator is charged, or you have some batteries around for, calculators that don't get recharged. Make sure that you have batteries for that, right? The TI-84 and 83 Plus uses 4 AAA batteries, right? So make sure that you have 4 batteries sitting right around you, because you can't leave the screen, okay? So if your calculator dies, you're stuck. You got no calculator, period, okay? So make sure that you have 4 batteries sitting there so that you can change out your calculator, especially if it still works, great. If it doesn't work, change them out, all right? Make sure your laptop's plugged in, all right? And don't start the exam at, I have 45% on my laptop right now. Don't start the exam and going, crap, I'm not gonna make it, okay? It might be a good idea for you to restart your laptop before you even start the exam. This way it clears everything out, resets everything, your RAM and everything else, so that you're kind of on a clean slate, all right? I already talked about the calculator. Make sure that you have an extra marker, or dry erase marker, that is, all right? So that just in case if this one's not working, you can go, okay, I got another one right here. You can't just leave and go get another one, right? So make sure that you have your wireless keyboard and mouse, I guess keyboards, well, keyboard and mouse are both charged, or you have extra batteries sitting there for them, okay? And then, again, So you deal with that part. You deal with the responsibility of, and I always say this, plan for the worst and hope for the best, okay? So what will be the worst case scenario possible that will happen during the exam? That your wireless mouse or keyboard doesn't work anymore. Your calculator lost all the juice, right? Your laptop is running out of juice, or it's saying that you don't have enough RAM to finish this exam. All of those things are the worst possible things, right? While you're taking the exam. So plan for it. And hope for the best, meaning, well, these batteries has been in here for 3 years. Finger crossed that it's gonna you know, make it through, and that's just hoping for the best. Okay, so you deal with those things, and what I would do is, like I said in part 1, is that I'm going to add to the 4 questions that don't come for any points. That's more of a reminder for you to, hey, did you show your whiteboard? Did you do your mirror for the perimeter of the screen, right? And probably the same question at the end, did you show your whiteboard? Is it clean? You know, did you do the mirror, right? So I'm gonna add those questions in there just so that you have those questions in front of you and it will remind you. And I know that you guys are more focused on the exam, and I don't blame you for doing that as well. All right, so I'll do my part to help you, and you do your part, because I can't give you 4 AAA batteries for your calculator. All right, now, some of you guys are like doing your work and you're like, look, I did my work. You know, racing the next, look, here's the work for number 2. And look, I don't need to see that, okay? I only need to see a clean whiteboard in the beginning, clean whiteboard at the end. That's it, okay? So you do not need to show me your whiteboard after every single problem. Just make sure you erase the last problem before you show it at the end, right? Clean slate in the beginning, clean slate at the end, just like the hotel room, okay? And that is the end of the exam aspect of it. And the part 3 is called reflections. And with part 3, you're gonna need paper or your notebook and then something to write with. So make sure you get those things before you start the part 3 video.